say, come on out, Scott, this is the best Alegria of the night.
You waited.
By far.
You waited for it. You've been talking about it all night.
You saved the best for last,
That's right.
my friend.
Yep.
Scott Cates, who brings Alegria to QVC. I'll never forget. I talk about it, and I know I sound geeky, but when you pulled that footbed out, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Gosh.
I wasn't like ready for that, right? Sean Killinger had a cute little sneaker on from Alegria a little bit ago. My daughter and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
We both got it. It is absolutely adorable. And this, I have to say, as the owner of that one, is even cuter.
Yeah.
This is so cute. So here's what happened. Last year, Scott brought the Eliza to QVC, and he did it in the beautiful regal copper that I'm wearing right here. Flew out, sold out, maybe like 2 quick times on the air, done.
Done.
So now I'm gonna put this over here. We have 3 brand new choices. We have the European sizing that we'll take you through in a moment. This is a top find, a star of the day. And if you have been waiting for Alegria to call your name, this Eliza is calling your name. So there's that beautiful, beautiful regal copper, kind of like a nubuck black with, look at that gorgeous, the coppers and the greens and the golds. It's stunning. This is the first day ever on 5 easy payments. It's been like a year to see these back in stock. We just got them back in stock. But here comes all new. Here's what I fell in love with. This is even prettier in person. It's called Elegance. So look at the pansies, look at the flowers, and then you've got all that gorgeous silver metallic on top. If you need a great black boot, but you don't want to be boring, then you're going to go for the black bloom. That's also brand new, along with the Elegance that's brand new. Teal tooled. Brand new today. I wish we had a ton of these to go around. It is a top find. It's a star of the day. And even though we're looking at this really fashionable little 2.5-inch heel, we still have all that Alegria comfort.
There is absolutely nothing about this boot that says comfort footwear.
No.
It's so, I mean, seriously, when you look at it, it's the most fashionable boot. It's awesome.
Best Eyelets I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, it is. And you've got nylon grosgrain in the back. You've got these beautiful nylon laces with the little hardware. Look at how the detail on that. And you've got 2.5-inch wedge. And you've got a slip-resistant bottom. And once again, the magic in the shoe is right inside.
Look at how soft that leather is. By the way, zipper on the side.
Yes.
So once you set your lacing, maybe one foot's a little wider than the other, then you just zip in and out of it and go. But this is what blew me away, and this is what women love about Alegria.
This is the Lara says it, the secret sauce. This is our footbed that basically has 3 different materials. It's a blend of cork, it's a blend of soft polyurethane and memory foam. And everyone's familiar with memory foam because of mattresses. Basically what we do is we cover the entire foot with a soft cow suede, and then on the bottom it's got a piece of embossed or infused felt. So what you've got here is you've got everything we're known for in our footbeds inside of a fashion anklet boot.
Just the leather itself is so beyond. And I mean, it is, I think, the most fashionable, the most fashion forward, and yet you're not sacrificing that Alegria comfort that you love in your rocker bottoms or your Mary Janes or any of the sandals that you've gotten. 5 easy payments of $29.99 to try Alegria. 650 people have never shopped at QVC before tonight. Maybe you've never tried Alegria before. It's this head-turning shoe. We always say if you want to be a wallflower, if you don't want to get noticed, then probably Alegria is not your brand. But you want to have the comfiest feet ever and have people stopping you and saying, oh my gosh, like where did you get those shoes? These are, I think, the cutest and the most flattering on the foot you've ever done.
You also said earlier, you said side zippers have ruined you. Because basically when you get your foot in this shoe, all you have to do, you get these beautiful laces with the beautiful eyelets, okay? But the bottom line is once you get your foot in this and adjust it with the lacing, then all you have to do is zip up the side. And after that, you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's done.
And a lot of us have one foot wider than the other.
Yes,
and
most people do.
Sometimes we get to the end of the day and it gets a little colder, so you want a thicker sock, or your feet have swollen up just a little bit, so you need to loosen that. So at least you still have that adjustability. But I've got a little bit of news. Not only did these fly out the door last year, and tonight we're bringing in them for the first time ever in the brand new Elegance, the black bloom, and the teal tooled, but I have it from our expert buyers and from Scott that this is the only order of the season.
Yes, it is.
So we are not getting these back in. So if the teal tooled sells out, if the gorgeous regal copper sells out, I'm telling you, this elegance is so much prettier in person. Television doesn't do it justice. When I got mine out of the box, I was like, I thought they were going to be pretty, but this is like so much better. So this is the only order of the season. And if you want to not just give a beautiful shoe and a fashionable shoe, and let's face it, a super comfortable shoe, but if you want to give a shoe that's going to change the way she thinks about her feet, then this is the one to get, the Eliza.
Don't you love having those gifts that a couple years after the holidays, somebody says, do you remember that whatever, that boot? Do you remember that shoe that you gave me that was so comfortable? I wish I had another one, or something like that. Those are the gifts that make you kind of swell up inside and make you feel so good, because comfort, okay, they look great. Okay, let's be honest, but the comfort is what people will remember the longest. Comfort is something that's so special, and unfortunately, the older we get, the more important it is. And that's the key to the shoes.
We're not sacrificing anymore. I'm glad you spoil me. I'm glad you spoil all of us. With 1,000 gone, I want to remind you that this is the only order of the season. So we're going to put our size chart up on the screen, because these are European sizes. And this is, again, unique to Alegria. Make sure you're looking for the Alegria size chart either on air or on QVC.com. So if you have a foot that's a 5 or a 5.5, you'll get the 35. If you normally wear a size 9, get the 39. All these conversions are on .com as well. If you're an 11.5 to the 12, you'll get that 42. Yes. But you never skimp on your sizes. You always give us a little bit of wiggle room.
No, we do. We have to, because it's called a comfort fit. And comfort fit is a European fit that gives you a little bit more toe room, because you need it. I mean, you know, your feet swell. You know, you wear a sock, don't wear a sock. A lot of women don't wear hosiery with our shoes until they get cold, and then they can put a sock on. So there's a little bit of comfort. You know, like I said, comfort fit is what we call our fitting.
So the black is now 35 to 42 only, but all of those sizes are going quickly, and this is the only order of the season. I mean, there's that beautiful cuddle duds you can pick up at QVC.com if you search Cozy Up at QVC.com that our Jamie is wearing. And so she's picked up on the blues with that beautiful brand new teal tulle. And then we see in the background all the pretty like plum and pinky colors that you see there from probably like a cute little Isaac pant that Blair's wearing. And then she went for the regal copper. So even though I didn't at first see all these pink tones in it, suddenly you're seeing that look. So you go to a party, you sit down, you cross your legs. First thing your friend's going to say to you is, oh my gosh, tell me about your shoes.
Where'd you get those? That's what they want to know.
Well, we have a little update for everybody, and actually a really big update. So we had 1,200 of the Alegria Elizas already ordered. We are limited in every single one that we have in regal copper, which is just back in stock, and teal tooled. Yeah. So every size is limited in those two. They were on the models. They're adorable, right? We're not getting these back in stock this season. It's not even this year, it's this season, which means next season is 2017 to see these back in again. And I know there's young girls that would wear these with shorts, you know, and bare legs. They'd look adorable. I really wish television did justice to elegance, because when I got it home, it almost looked three-dimensional to me.
It's almost like a hologram sort of look, because the way you look at it is when you turn it in the light, Jane, just a minute ago you did the same thing. I thought to myself, I said, am I seeing things? It's like, yeah, it does. It gives you that little bit of that hologram type look. It's beautiful.
Isn't that stunning?
It's also a beautiful neutral, and it falls in the gray category.
So if somebody's just tuning in and saying, why all this fuss about Alegria? Most women learn about Alegria through a friend.
Yes, they do.
And that's because Alegria has really changed the way women think on their feet.
Well, most of those friends they learned from were in the service industry, where they were teachers, they're nurses. They're people who spend a lot of time on their feet. That's how Alegria evolved. That's how we started. That's who we are, and now we've become much, much more. And the bottom line is, it's all based on what's inside, which is the footbed. The footbed is the secret sauce for all Alegria shoes. It's a combination of cork, which Jane mentioned earlier. That's what forms. That's German comfort footwear manufacturers years and years ago added the ingredient of cork into their footbeds, and that actually gives it shape. So that's what happens with ours. Then you add the memory foam, which we all know from mattresses. It it contracts and it expands. And then you've got soft polyurethane, which gives it its foundation. You take all three of those, blend them together, cover them with this soft suede, you infuse felt on the bottom. That's a perfect footbed. And the beautiful thing about this is you wear it 24 to 48 hours, it molds to your foot. You can replace it. You can change it out of your shoes as years go on. It's so versatile, but it's so Alegria.
So the teal tool that we've been playing with, last call. In fact, 42 is now gone. I just want to bring you into elegance because when I saw Lara on with Sean with the Essence, I'm like, I need that shoe. And I mean, look at this. You know, every time you turn it, something more beautiful pops up. So it reads a little bit more black right there. You go into all of your grays. Again, this is something that you'll be wearing many, many months out of the year. It's so cool because at first glance you think, oh, that's just a really great metallic. And then you get close to this elegance, which is brand new. And it's so beautiful. These are comfortable. They are broken in. There's nothing like that Alegria acceptance. I love that great little grosgrain ribbon running across the back. You get a helper handle, but honestly, you don't even need it because you've got this full-on zipper on the side. And I mean, look at the lining of this boot.
This Megan, who's our designer, did it from top to bottom. This boot is very
This
well
all
made.
leather on the
It's
inside.
all leather on the inside, exactly, all the way down to the toe.
It's like shoe within a shoe, right?
Yep.
It's like making an inside and an outside of a shoe and marrying them together. People don't do that anymore, but you know what? Invest in these. I really, Scott loves it when I play favorites, but I'm telling you that the Eliza is, I think, winter, spring, summer, and fall, my favorite thing you've ever done. There's something very petite and sweet about the toe box.
Yeah.
You know, if you really want to look down and say, oh my gosh, my feet look so good, that's what you'll be saying about these. But teal tooled, very limited, sizes have already sold out. Black bloom also getting very limited in certain sizes. The elegance, which is my favorite, is also new for the season. And then we brought back in that gorgeous regal copper. Okay, regal copper is gone in size 35. So if you have something that you really, really want, please go to QVC.com and shop quickly. If your size is sold out in one, go to another, because finding out what Alegria feels like, I always say you don't get it till you get it.
You don't get it, you're right.
I didn't get
You're right.
Temptations until I got Santa Moro about 9 years ago, and then I'm like, how did I ever serve food without Temptations? Clarisonic, never got a Clarisonic, stood next to Dr. Rob forever, finally bought one, and I'm like, okay, now I get it.
Get it, yeah.
Alegria, you don't get it till you get it,
You're
right, Scott?
Absolutely. You know, the funny thing is, Jane, when you see these on a foot, on the models, you would look at them, you don't have any idea that these shoes are comfort based. Okay, that's not what you look at. The flexibility of the bottom is slip resistant. This has got all the bells and whistles that a comfort solid shoe is supposed to give you. And guess what? You look at it and you say, that's not a comfort shoe. It is a comfort shoe.
You
It's
would
got
never.
everything that we do.
You would never look at this shoe right here and say comfort.
I know.
No, you would just look at
Absolutely.
this shoe and be like, oh my gosh, that is adorable. I mean, everything about it is awesome. So we've sold over 1,800, which is kind of wild because this is the only order of the season that we're getting in. And also, last year blew out the door, but not on 5 easy payments. This is the first day it's ever been on 5 easy payments. Teal tooled, only size 36 through 39, and only 2 dozen total.
Wow.
So let's go to Regal Copper next. 36 to 40, but only 100 total. And we sold over 1,800. You've got to give elegance a try. It is so stunning. And by the way,
Look at the laces.
the laces on elegance and the laces
It's
on
velour.
the Regal Copper, it's like a velvet.
Yeah, it is.
It's a velvet lace.
It's a velvet with that beautiful tip on it right there,
I
that
just got a pair
ornamental
of
tip.
velvet leggings from QVC.com. Isaac does them,
There you
right?
go.
How cute would a velvet pair of leggings
To
from
match-
Isaac?
to match the laces
this
and the
easy
shoes,
sweater,
exactly.
beautiful.
And remember, all you do is the laces one time. That's
Right.
strictly, they're ornamental. They are functional, however. You put them on, you lace it up, you tie it, and then you get in and out of the boot from the side zipper. You do not have to adjust the laces.
And if you say, okay, I want this, but I am a little shyer. You know,
your black.
I don't know if I really could like step out. I'm not sure if that's quite me. You know, I'm not ready to kind of push that envelope quite that far. Get this beautiful black bloom because, you know, it's got that gorgeous tooled leather just like the teal, but it's done in solid black. So we're getting limited. and a lot of things that we have left, okay? And here are our European Alegria sizes, very forgiving. Scott, all the best. Love to have you here. Mwah. Teal Tooled is completely sold out. You won't see that back again until next year, for goodness sake.